So stop number 2 on my Comic-Con tour is next weekend at the Wizard World New Orleans Comic-Con. That's a mouthful right there for you, huh? But next weekend is the Wizard World New Orleans show. Very stoked about this show. Last year I had an awesome time. This year I'm sure I'm going to have just as much, if not better of a time than it was last year. Sorry, I'm just going to go ahead and just go right into this. I've got a ton of really cool things that's going on at the show next weekend. One of them being I got a free thing I'm giving you guys, which I'll talk about in a second. But I do have new comics, I have new books, trades, I have new prints, and I have very limited supply of the John Carpenter's Asylum preview book, which we put on a thumb drive attached to a rosary. There aren't many of those left, maybe 4 or 5 of those left, and that's it, they're gone. So stop on by the New Orleans show, get one of those things. It's really, really cool. You can take it with you anywhere. You can read about what's going on. You can look at the bios of everyone who's worked on the book, at least on the preview. It's just really cool to have, just because it's, you know, it's John Carpenter's, and it's on a rosary, which that's kind of weird. But if you're not comfortable with that, you can definitely take it off the rosary, and you can take the thumb drive with you anywhere you go. That's not a problem. Anyway, so the free thing that I had mentioned. Now you guys know about the sketch colorings I do, so very simple. I'll tell you what the sketch colorings are. It's my way of doing a sketch, of giving a sketch. Since I really don't do the traditional sketching like, you know, the other artists would do, it just takes me a long time to do, and I just feel bad, you know, when you guys are waiting for such a long time for me to do one sketch. I mean, sometimes it can take me a full day to get a sketch done, only because I'm my own worst enemy. I mean, I think most artists really are, but I am my own worst enemy. But I'm just so out of practice, and I just haven't drawn anything in a long time. 7, 8-ish years. You know, that might be shooting it up a little bit, but it's about that time frame. So I've been coloring that whole time, so I can color like a mother. Well, I came up with something back in 2008, 4 years ago this year, so it's kind of cool for me that I'm still doing them. They're still pretty popular. Well, what I'm doing is I'm going to be giving you guys Limit 1 sketch coloring for free. Now let me explain exactly what that means before I don't have like a stack of all these sketch colorings, you know, here that I'm taking with me to the show. No. What it is that you bring me a black and white sketch cover of any comic book. It could be Marvel, DC, Harris. Is Harris still around? I don't even know if Harris is still around, but anyways, bring me Image, Top Cow, Aspen, any kind of black and white sketch cover, and I will color it right there for you on the spot for free. So that is my way of doing a free sketch at the New Orleans Comic-Con next weekend. Okay, so what is a sketch coloring besides what I just told you? Well, let me kind of give you a little demonstration, kind of. This is the black and white sketch cover of the Teen Titans #1 book, which came out a few years ago. This originally was all black and white, so what I did is I sketch colored it up. And you can kind of see what that means. I just took certain characters and certain things, colored up, put a little color to them, and boom, made that cover pop a little bit more. That's what a sketch coloring is. So again, you bring me any kind of black and white sketch cover at the show, limit 1 per person, and I will color it up free of charge right there on the spot. Now if you want more sketch colorings colored up, no problem, of course. Just the first one is free on the comic book, and then I do prints. I'm going to be sitting next to my buddy Jason Metcalf, who is selling a buku buttload of black and white prints. So you can buy the prints from him, 11 by 17, bring them on over to me, and I will right there color them up on the spot, starting at only $15 to $25, depending on what you guys are wanting done. If you want the whole thing colored up, background and all this kind of stuff, it's a little bit more, but that's called the coloring commission. That's a whole different ball game. So if you have any of the black and white books, go through your boxes at home, go to your local comic store if you don't have any, bring them on in. You know, most of them are just, you know, regular cover price. Some are a little more expensive than others, just depends on which one you're looking at. And I will color it up right there on the spot for you, free of charge. Anything else other than the first one, they go to $10 starting off on the covers. So if you brought this up to me, it would be free for your first book. If you brought 4 of these up to me to color up, no problem. I won't charge you for the first one, but the next 3 that you brought up to me, I will charge you for, and those just start off at $10 a piece. Simple, easy, out of the way. Yeah, hopefully that made sense to you guys. I'm kind of hoping it did. I'm going over my head at the same time as I'm talking about it, making sure it makes sense. So if you guys do have any questions, please hit me up with an email. Excuse me. hit me up with an email. I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions. And yeah, I will just talk to you guys later. Now, if you can't make it to the New Orleans show, again, no problem. And you want a sketch coloring? You betcha. You can just hit me up again with an email, send me as many books as you like, and still for the same price, starting at $10. You just gotta let me know kind of which ones. Between $10 to about, I think, again, $25, right in that price range, I will do the covers for you. Anything, if you want the whole thing colored, again, that's a coloring commission. That's a little bit more money, but we can definitely get into that a little bit later on if that's what you prefer over doing a sketch coloring like that. Okay, so talk to you guys later. Have fun. I'm really looking forward to the show, and hopefully I will see you. I'll be in Artist Alley tables 1233 and 1235 next weekend at the New Orleans Comic Con. Take it easy, guys.